Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. This time it's Once Upon a Time, Season 1, Episode 13. Finally back on some more Once Upon a Time. Last we left off, we have Rumpel having his big freak out in the Storybrooke world and getting himself arrested because of his connection to Belle. And we discovered near the end of the episode that Regina has been keeping Belle's equivalent in an asylum, well, you know, like a private cell kind of thing. So I'm sure there's going to be some drama eventually with those two reuniting. Obviously, it's one of the only things Rumpel genuinely cares about. You know, that little bit of humanity creeping into him. Yeah, everybody has someone. Everybody has a true love somewhere. And it seems like they're trying to make it the case for these two, so I'll be curious as to see where that actually does lead. Very, very interesting stuff they set up. But yeah, the book is in the possession of the man who was on the motorbike. It has been a little while since I've seen this show, and I haven't rewatched like the previous episodes to like keep myself capped up, but I'm confident enough that I remember enough that I can jump straight back in. So that's what we're going to do, because I'm behind schedule, very behind schedule. Sunday and Monday were supposed to be editing days, but I'm recording this episode on a Sunday and I'll have to record the rest tomorrow because I didn't realise I didn't have enough episodes in my backlog. I need to download the next few episodes, and that can take a while. So I'm trying to at least get this one done for tonight, and hopefully uploading it by Monday morning. So then I only have to focus on 3 episodes tomorrow instead of 4. So, yeah, not going to waste any more time, and we're going to get into this one. Yeah, she seemed to just disappear. Like, I don't know if it has any relevance to the note burning or if that was just symbolism, but, like, okay, she's not even there. Where's she gone? Unless, when people die in Storybrooke, do they disappear? I don't know. But oh, obviously, the main thing to talk about in this episode is Mr. Idiot over here that just didn't tell the full truth, and then everything snowballed and left everybody in a worse place than they were because of that one tiny little, which actually turned out to be super major mistake. Oh, I feel sorry for both women in that triangle, because this could have reached some sort of amicable conclusion if he'd have just said the full truth, but because this is a character drama, things can't be that smooth, and characters need to get hurt before they can get better. And that still sucks to you know, go through. Oh, because you come to care for these characters, and to see them be so disheveled and heartbroken, it really does a number on your own heart. And it's a testament to this show that I am this upset, that I am this angry at this boy. It's a testament. It really shows how much this show has made me care. Like, it is a well-crafted, well-constructed, well-scripted, all-around fantastic show. And the heartbreak of this episode was palpable. Like, everything falling down and cascading as a result of one final slip of the mental, you know, just that one little mistake that creeps in at the end when everything could have ended smoothly. and now nobody's happy, and no one wants to be together. This guy's stuck in the middle, and he technically only has himself to blame, but at the same time, you can understand where he was coming from. It not wanting to cause any more pain than he already had, but Mary was absolutely correct in that they discussed it together and reached a plan of action, and then he deliberately went against it, which is pretty shit. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. Everybody except him had a right to be upset in this situation, and the person I feel the most sorry for is Mary, because throughout the whole thing she was like, no, stop, like, no, you belong with it, just go, like, stop it, you can't be disloyal like this. Since day one, Mary has been for the decent thing. She's always been the one putting the brakes on, always been the one saying, are you sure? What about this? What about this? No, you should be with it. Like, she was always pushing back. Like, even in the brief instance where she did accept it and they started, she wasn't 100% on board with it. Like, initially she was brought on board, like, way back, and then he was the one who was like, no, actually, maybe I should be loyal. And that broke her heart the first time around. So now it probably pisses her off that this whole thing has happened again. With all the, like, dishonesty and stuff like that. Like, she even felt terrible for all the behind the back shenanigans kind of thing, and I suppose that's what she's getting all the tramp insults flung around for, because they went through that period of doing everything in secret deliberately. But the thing that gets me is she never felt good about it. Like, that's why she was the one who insisted it's time to tell her the truth. And so he was almost there, and he failed at the last hurdle, and that is absolutely tragic. Other remarkable things about this episode were Charming's fight against that siren-like creature in the lake. Like, very sensual with the meeting Mary, but as he said, like, he can tell by now what's true love and what isn't with how it makes him feel, and so he was able to overcome her tricks. That was very clever at the bottom of the water, where he seemed to accept her moving in, but that was just so she was close, so he could stab her. That was fantastic play from him. And as I say, he's got some iron lungs to have held his breath for so long. Like, I don't think I could do that. I'd have drowned. I'd be added to the skeleton count at the bottom of that water. Oh. Feel good for Henry. His smile's back after getting his book back. Though it seems August, or whoever he is, I'm sure his name's August, but I mean, I don't know who he's based on, or if he's an original character to this show, just like Emma's original character to this show. Like, he's made a copy of the book, so that's probably going to lead somewhere. I'm really hoping that he is just a very neutral guy. I'm hoping he's not a villain role of any sort, because we already have two. We have Gold and the Queen. We have Rumpel and the Queen. We don't need any other antagonists, really. It's mainly between them, and that's really cool. So I feel like this guy is legit, but his motives are being kept in the dark right now. His plan in the dark. And that's to keep the viewer in suspense over what he's going to bring to the story. I have a feeling that his banter with Emma is genuine, and he did help her by giving the book back, even though he has pretty much copied it. Like, he didn't have to give the book back if his intentions are bad. Like, And what I was picking up from the interactions, I don't know whether that's actor chemistry or something else, but I did feel something between Emma and August. Like, there's that banter element going on. Like, there's, a saying I like to live by is that your soulmate, your lover, should also be your best friend. Like, outside of the romance angle, you need someone you can get along with, like they're your right-hand man, like they're your sidekick, they're your equal. Like, I think of it like Ash and May in Pokemon. Like, I'm not even talking about a ship or anything. Like, think about how they were like best bros, almost, on the opposite ends of the gender spectrum. Like, it's that kind of thing. Like, that would actually be a good pairing because of how well they formed a team. I think you need to be a team, a duo, with the person that you love. Like, and I got a duo vibe from them when they were bantering, when they met up, like on the way to go to the water and stuff. I got those vibes, okay? I got those vibes that, okay, I could actually potentially see something here if they keep working at this and developing it. So I'm happy with that. Like, I hope he doesn't betray my expectations by being some sort of random third antagonist that needs to be killed off in some way. Like, speaking of being killed off, I don't know the ambiguous fate at the end there. Like, it's implied that she had a car crash, of course, because, something will conspire to stop you from leaving, like Emma breaking down and crashing on her way out after she first arrived in the town. We've had another crash, but no body, which is curious to me. So if she's dead, has her body disappeared? And if not, where the hell did she go? Like, what? Yeah, very confused on that part. I'm sure it will be further defined later, but it's worrying that her reason for leaving has been burned, which makes me think that she won't be seen again. Her fate will only be referred to. Like, I think the Queen has gotten rid of her somehow, but I don't know yet if it's through death or something else. Like, she already started to somewhat figure out, like, oh, my love wasn't real, and then she tried to leave, so pretty much the Queen's like, okay, guess this is another one I've got to wash my hands of, just like the sheriff. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I felt so sorry for her throughout the episode, the sheer heartbreak she went through, and I thought, oh, it's actually so good that you want to just, like, continue pursuing that law school dream, but yeah, you told the one person who shouldn't know, and that was never going to end well. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, but this was a pretty good episode to come back to. This, like, pulled me into the emotional pushes and pulls of Once Upon a Time all over again, and I actually appreciate it very much because it demonstrates to me how much this show has grown on me. It's been about 3 weeks since I last saw an episode, and it's hitting me just as hard as ever, which speaks to the quality of what is here. So, with that in mind, I shall see you guys next time.